Welcome back to the Amibros, guys. Today we have a special guest, Justin Grissom.
Yes. Welcome.
What's up, Justin?
I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you, brother.
Yes. First channel collab here. We have him on to discuss The Gate of the Feral Gods, Book 4 in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series.
Now, Justin, you've met Matt Dinneman.
Yes.
Thoughts?
He is...
What does he smell like?
I don't know or remember what he smells like, but he was wearing a Dolly Parton shirt.
Oh.
Which was pretty...
Respect.
Which was pretty sick.
Has he been to Dollywood?
I don't know. That wasn't a question on my mind. I think I actually told him I had autism.
Do you have autism?
Undiagnosed.
Oh, okay. Yes. Very nice. Very nice.
So that slipped out, and
Respect.
that's about it.
All right.
No, but he was really cool. He's he has the same humor that you would expect him to have.
Yeah.
Outside of his books.
So you've met the man that's given us these books. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's your experience with these books? How far are you personally?
I finished Gate of Feral Gods.
Okay.
And that's as far as I am.
So we're about at the same point.
Yeah.
Good.
I haven't started book 5. I've been kind of on a slump recently. Hence why I haven't been posting any videos or anything.
It happens. It happens.
Hey, man, hopefully this gets you out of that slump.
I hope so.
We've got the formalities out of the way. We're going to start talking about The Gate of the Feral Gods. We're going to start with the spoiler-free, and then we'll get into spoilers after that, and we'll let you guys know. So, where we left off, we just left the Iron Tangle. That was the 5th floor.
Yep. Also, my least favorite floor.
Yes. Now,
I didn't mind it.
yeah, I didn't hate it.
I didn't like it.
Like, especially if you just, turn off your brain,
Yeah,
the
if you
complexity.
just don't think about it. I think people struggle with, they're like, oh, man, I need to know what level they're on. And it's like, nah.
It wasn't so much...
I am where I am.
It wasn't so much that. It was more that, I feel like a lot of the things that made Book 2 really fun was, the setting. I loved the circus. I loved, the town with the fowl... What are they called? The bird people.
Yeah, the bird people.
I thought the settings were really fun. And then the Iron Tangle was just kind of like a...
It's an interesting in concept location, but this is where, from what we've seen, is, a big pain point in the fan base where, there's definitely a divide where some people say, oh, it wasn't so bad. Other people just really didn't like it. But this 5th floor that we're on now, because that was the 4th floor, this is the 5th floor in the Gate of the Feral Gods, way more, back to basics, stripped back, simple.
Reminded me of, Catching Fire, how there was, the different parts of the stadium, and each part had a different function. I kind of liked that about it. It was just fun. I didn't know where we were going with the story, and where we did go was really entertaining, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah, while it did simplify or re-simplify, if that's the right word, kind of go back to basics. It wasn't as complex as the previous book. It definitely didn't slack in the emotions and the characters and the action. Everything that we've come to like these books for was still there, which is nice to see. What's going on the floor, there's a bubble, and about 150 crawlers are in this bubble, and there's 4 quadrants in each bubble. And the goal for the crawlers is to work together to take out all 4 kingdoms in each quadrant. Once all 4 quadrants are freed, then the bubble opens and everybody can leave.
But all of the crawlers can't interact until their specific floor is done.
Exactly.
You can go to the other floors once yours is done, but they can't move to you.
Exactly. So if one quadrant hasn't been fixed yet, those people can't leave that quadrant. And so that's where we find ourselves. And they describe it like a sheet of bubble wrap in the book, where each bubble is a portion in that bubble wrap. That's how everybody is.
Yeah. But you also you're disconnected from Ellie. You're disconnected from Armani.
Yep, Armani.
All of these other characters that you've met before, you really only have Carl, Donut, and Katya. And, you also have Chris.
Yes, Chris. Chris is in the same bubble as Carl. And that's how this floor works. Floor 5. That's how the 5th floor works.
And we also got a whole new cast, and I thought that was fun too.
Yes, we got tons of new characters, and they didn't feel like one-offs.
No, they didn't.
Which was crazy.
Which I really liked.
We won't go into specifics just yet, because I feel like that would be a spoiler. Would you guys, feels like a no-brainer, kind of similar to last week's question, would you recommend this book?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
This is probably my favorite one of the 4 that I've read so far. I really enjoyed it.
I agree. It's also your 4 books in. Of course we're going to recommend it. If you made it this far, you might as well keep going.
Yeah. There's nothing in it that makes me go, nah, you can stop here.
There is a moment where just something clicks and it just feels like pedal to the freaking metal for the entire second half of the book. And we'll get into that in the spoiler sections, but Justin,
no, I feel like with each installment of the series it keeps getting better and better, and how he keeps raising the stakes to like such almost an impossible level each time. It makes you think like, how is this guy, where is he going to go next with this?
Exactly.
And he keeps going to fun places, and I love that.
Yeah, and it's like the front cover, you see like an airplane, you're like, how are they even going to get into an airplane? Like when you first start this book, you're like, where are the airplanes even going to come from?
It's gotten to a point with the covers where I'm like, I'm just ignoring all of it until I
this
get
is
there.
going to happen. I just don't know when.
Exactly. Like, what's going on with this rock dude in the background? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, like on the audiobook cover, it's just the giant like god with the horn and smoke coming out of his eyes.
Right here.
Yeah, it's just like I see that and I'm like, oh, I wonder how this is going to play into it.
I mean, I get it with the title.
Yeah.
Made of feral gods, and it's like, that's probably a god.
Yeah.
But like,
and spoilers, but
that's in the title.
No. I mean, spoilers on my end. I was about to spoil something.
Oh, no. Well, we got it out of the way. You guys have it there if you haven't read Gate of the Feral Gods. I mean, obviously, start with book 1 and make your way to this one. This one's freaking great.
Read book 1.
Yeah, start with book 1 if you haven't
started. Skip 2 and 3. You can just go
skip
1
2 and 3,
to 4.
Unnecessary. Clowns are weird. Go to 4.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're going to get into the spoilers now. Man, like, I wanted to start by asking you guys what your favorite part was, but I think I'm going to start by just sharing the pivotal moment where, like, the switch was flicked in Carl's head, and it had to do with, what's the lady that took over Zev? I have it written down in my notes, but the person who took over Zev's position as their, like, manager.
Dude, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fish lady.
Name's blanking on me.
When they stormed the first gate, or not gate, but the first castle, and there's the little girl there. And Carl, we know he's an empathetic guy. We've seen it for the past 3 books, and in this book, it's no different. He cares for this chick, this little girl that her dad's dead. And while she's an NPC, he knows from the previous floors that these NPCs are living things. And so he's showing affection for this NPC. And the fish lady was like, hey, yo, nobody cares about this. Stop doing that. It's going to affect your views. And then brings him onto the show. Well, a bunch of stuff goes on where he learns about this like robot cat that can explode. And he goes full freaking terrorist. And, not to go play by play, but he kills her. He blows her up with this cat thing.
But in like a genius way, because they can't prove that he killed her. They're like, we don't know how you did this, but we're pretty sure you did this. And he's like, well, I'm not signing anything then.
Just plausible deniability. Like he's just like, you can't prove I did it.
Yeah.
That sounds like a coincidence. He makes it seem like a coincidence. And from that moment, we see a new Carl.
Yeah.
We see this Carl that he was toying around with the ideas in the first several books where he's like, I need to find a way to get back at the system. Mm-hmm. And he found a way to get back at the system. Up
to this point, he's in survival mode.
Exactly.
And now we're seeing him in like, this is my element now. I'm the killer now. Like, I've decided I'm the guy riding the ship. And I love that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And the entire second half of the book just balls to the walls. All right. So we know that Carl is no longer in survival mode. That's just a part that I wanted to get out. I just want to know your guys' thoughts because I feel like that is one of the biggest moments, if not the biggest moment in terms of Carl's character development because he makes a complete shift in his focus and what he does moving forward. But yeah, what was your guys' favorite part?
To add on what you were saying, like how this was like a big shift for Carl, like you could see, it's not the first time we've seen this. Like in the second book where he puts his blood on the tree trunk or threatens to do that, and it would just ruin the whole floor and everything, where he finds that he has a little bit of control. This is where I think he actually takes action on the control that he just found he had.
He made that deal with the company that was writing that show.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
So it feels like this is the first time where he's like, I have more power in this than I think I should have in this. And because he's the reason why people are watching and people love him on the outside watching him in.
Exactly.
And I think that I really enjoyed how that switch really just is like, all right, now we're gonna put the jetpack on and we're flying
Yes.
towards the end of this book.
Who's your favorite character in this book?
I think it probably Carl, but I also really enjoyed Katya.
Yep.
Katya, like, if she was like becoming her own in the last book, she became her own
Yeah,
in this book.
I
Like,
think-
I would read a book about Katya at this point. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I love where she's going, and it's heartbreaking at the end when she talks about how she's like, I gotta go save the sisters.
Yeah.
Because they're getting picked off one by one by that one chick that
Yeah.
tried to kill me. So it's my duty to go and save them. And I'm like, dang, that stinks. But
Yeah.
also, you're making a great point as to why you need to leave, and it feels
Exactly.
organic. Like,
Exactly.
I buy that you are actually feeling like you need to leave, and I love that.
Right.
Not to mention Carl is getting crazier and crazier with what he's doing.
It is concerning, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Carl's like actually losing his mind,
Yep.
and he's like doing things that he should not be doing. But so far, it's worked for him. I'm like, when is this not going to work for him?
Yeah.
It's like he's a ticking time bomb, and that bomb is going to go off.
Yeah, but we
haven't-
keep getting closer, and it's
Yeah.
like the time, like you see zeros being added. As like it keeps going, you're like, oh, it's about to hit, and then another zero heads onto it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
when is it going to blow up?
Yeah, exactly.
I will say definitely up there is one of the craziest moments was when he learned about the Gate of the Feral Gods and how it works, and he uses it to just get people out of their bubbles and close to the next floor. And every time they open it, it summons a feral god. And he's essentially just destroying the 5th floor.
Yeah.
And
Not only the 5th floor, but they figure out a way to get it to go down to the 9th floor.
Yes.
And he just completely destroys the 9th floor. And it's like the
and he screws the
Board-
corporations.
Yeah, the board are like, they're ticked at him. They're like,
Yeah.
but they're also like, you just got the biggest donation for a box in our entire history. So we can't kill you. You are still worth more money than you just costed us.
Yeah.
But it's like, they hate him now.
It's like a double-edged sword where they're only in it for the money, and they are aware that Carl is a risk, but they're not taking him out yet because he's making them money. And I believe it's talked about where it's like he's on a thin ice. He's on thin ice because if he keeps going and the money runs out, there's nothing stopping them from is it accelerating him?
Yeah,
is
accelerating.
is the term
Basically, it just like
killing
puts
him?
a time limit on him,
Yeah.
basically. But one thing we don't talk about enough in these videos is like how funny these books are. This book is hilarious.
Yep.
Like every time that the author goes on with the AI, especially, the AI is like almost as unhinged as Carl at this point, if not even more so. And it is hilarious when he's like just losing it. Like he wanted him to step on one of the little creatures, like the gerbils, early on in the book, and he like didn't do it. And so the AI is like, okay,
Yeah, like,
I'm
punished him.
going to kill you if you don't. And he like throws like he just keeps spawning them in. And it's like, what just happened here? And then like finally when he gets it, he does what he asks. He like goes into his creepy foot voice, and that always gets me.
The AI just having a foot fetish is the craziest thing.
What is the foot voice like in the audiobook? Because I didn't read the audiobook.
Oh gosh,
you
it's like
gotta listen to the
creepy
audiobook.
and like it's like gets like quiet, like he's
weirdly
almost
sexual?
whispering. Yes, like creepy, sexual. The AI is totally into
Okay.
his feet.
The audiobook does such a good job. It's
Okay.
Yeah,
hilarious.
no, I'm glad that I'm going through it with the audiobook because this is the best experience. Honestly, I think audiobooks have been ruined for me because of this.
Because of this.
Yeah.
This sets a whole new bar.
The voice actor just goes all in.
Yeah,
Like,
Jeff
he has-
Hayes. Shout out Jeff Hayes.
shout
You
out
are
Jeff
the
Hayes.
GOAT, man.
For real. Like his voice acting is just another level. He brings life and into these characters that like I've never heard another author do.
Hmm.
That didn't make sense.
Another narrator.
Yeah, another narrator
voice
put
actor.
life into a character as differently. Like Donut feels like a different person.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I love that.
Another audiobook narrator that does that is Stephen Pacey.
Stephen, I haven't
He
heard
does the First Law trilogy.
Okay.
And those are, I would say they're almost as good as this. It's not as like, it's a fantasy series, but each character feels
That's
different.
the Joe
Joe Abercrombie.
Okay, that's on my
Oh.
TBR.
Yeah.
So
I would
that's
recommend
good
the
to know.
audiobooks for 'em.
Okay.
Let me know. I can send them to you. I got them.
Nice. Nice.
while we're here in the spoiler territory, we did talk about Chris being present. Chris is present. Chris's body is present. It's Maggie Mai.
Yeah.
Her class. She chose the brain stealer,
What a cool twist.
the invader. Yes. She invaded his body on the 3rd floor, and we heard that like as soon as he picked the lava monster class, he started changing. It's because he was invaded.
Yeah.
Like his mind was invaded, and it was Maggie Mai the entire time.
And it makes Brandon's death so much more tragic.
It
because
does.
You think like Chris is like a jerk now, and Chris doesn't know. And it's like, oh, dang.
Well, he knows, but
Well,
he,
yeah, he
he
knows.
doesn't agree with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's like, dang, that sucks.
It's like a Get Out situation where like Chris is just in the background and he can see everything going on,
Yeah.
But
but
it
he
also
doesn't have control.
It also makes so much more sense why immediately when he changes classes, he's like, we got to go find Carl. Like that adds up so much more because it's like, why did he do that? What was he? Now Maggie was doing it. That makes sense.
Yep. So Maggie is the freaking worm invader thing.
But she almost it's a very slight redemption arc. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm not a bad person, and I'm not doing this out of malice anymore. And I kind of liked that because it's like it humanized the character. Because before they were kind of like mustache twirly, like really, you're gonna make this his fault when like this is your fault, like really.
She got the same treatment that Frank Q got, which was nice, where it brought another layer to their onion, if you will, and it made them just a little bit more complex, not as boring as you were saying, like mustache twirling.
Yeah.
We did get some lore with this one. She keeps talking about how she has another daughter, and they're going to bring her daughter in, and they're going to make her fight people. They say that they make you fight people that you know and that you love in the later floors. And she's totally cheating. Somebody from the outside is feeding her information.
We
and
don't know
telling her
who
what-
yet.
Yeah, we don't know who, but that does actually go straight into the epilogue of this book, where for the first time, 4 books in, we leave the dungeon and we are on the surface of Earth.
And we get to see what's going on.
We get to see what's going on. There's some weird, like, aliens, bounty hunters that are hunting specific people. They're looking for that feral cat that Donut had a crush on. And they're also looking for, Ferdinand. They're also looking for Beatrice. And we learn that Beatrice and Brad are alive.
Well, Brad's dead now, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, Brad is dead.
Which I'm so glad. I was like,
yes.
this is going to be so boring if they do it this way. No, they kill Brad.
He
I'm
kept
like, thank
repeating,
goodness.
like, I am the king.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is going to get so...
Yeah.
I don't want this. And then they kill him. I'm like, oh, he was playing... Okay, he was playing it
Yeah.
up.
So Beatrice is alive.
But she's like crazy now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she's alive. And Audette is tied into this somehow because...
Which is the biggest, like,
Yes.
where is that going?
I have no clue, but I think it's going to come around to what Maggie Mai was saying, where they're going to bring people into the dungeon from outside to screw with your mind. Everybody knows about Beatrice and Carl. So
and Donut keeps talking about Ferdinand.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's going to happen in the next book or in several books from now, but that's definitely going to play into this, definitely.
But here's the thing. It's Audette that has them.
Yes.
It's not the Borant Corporation. It's Audette. So how is that going to come back into play?
I never trusted Audette.
No, you didn't. And
No.
I remembered that. I'm like,
Yeah.
how is she connected to this now?
It's got to be something that has to do with views for her show and like the exclusivity of it. Because she talked about how like, oh, honey, like I can't wait to meet her. And then the book ends, referring to Beatrice. So it's like, it's something to do with Carl. We don't know how Audette plays into all this. I would love to speculate.
One thing I did love, though, sorry, I'm going to totally
No,
derail
go
where
for
we're
it.
at, was how you finally get to see one of the owners of the dungeon, of the Crawler's Cookbook. What is that one called again?
The Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook.
Yeah, the Anarchist Cookbook. You get to finally see one of those guys come back into play. That's the guy that sponsors Carl at the beginning of the book, and he's the guy that gives him the launcher to throw the little mannequin head at the demon. And it's like, okay, this is a big deal. This guy was the second owner of the book.
Yeah.
So that's a new character that we're going to see more of.
Yeah.
How are we going to see more of him? What do you want to see from that?
I'm curious to know if it's like an unspoken thing, like they kind of have an idea, like, oh, maybe Carl has the thing. We don't know what the second guy got because the Dungeon Anarchist cookbook presents itself differently to each person. For Carl, it's an actual cookbook. For one of the previous people, it was a deck of cards. So we don't know how it appeared for him.
Also is such a cool thing. I don't think did they tell us that in the third book?
Yes.
They did? Okay,
Yep.
see, I didn't realize that. So when they were talking about how, like, it was like a deck of cards for one guy, it's like, oh, that makes so much more sense how they haven't caught on to this yet.
Exactly. So it appears different for everybody. So it's like, I'm curious if that dude had an idea, like maybe Carl is onto something and can see this guy. Towards the end of the book, Carl is just full on, F the corporation, F this freaking dungeon, terrorist mode. Like if guy sees it.
I love how this one ends. How he always adds on to the "you will not break me" thing, and he's like, "I will break you, and I will kill you all." And I'm like, "Whoa, okay."
Man. Chills.
Yeah, that was
chills.
It's so crazy. So he's like, is gone. Carl is actually insane now, right? Like he actually has lost it.
Well, so Carl also did commit the cardinal sin of pledging to a god. He pledged to Empress as
Which doesn't seem like a bad thing yet.
No, the benefits are there, but worshiping a deity, we don't know what the smiting debuff is going to be for him if he breaks away. Yeah. And we also know that there are specific like divine quests that if he does not complete it by the 12th floor, then it's like basically death.
And he has to like kill a god, right?
Yes, he has to kill Empress's brother. I think it starts with an H. That just adds a layer to it. He does kind of go insane while he's fighting Quan CH.
Yeah. He takes his arm off.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah. That's I wonder if that was the ring though, because
he was wearing the ring.
No, actually, he wasn't wearing the ring. I think he slips it on as soon as he goes down. Is when he slips it on. So he wasn't wearing it then. He pledged or he prayed to Empress, and he got. So he wasn't wearing the ring. Sorry, guys. It was Empress. Empress was the one who imbued him with the rage. But it's like there's like two Carls in his head now. There's like the wrath.
Oh, I missed
Carl.
this. That's a thing?
It feels like there's two Carls. Like, because the Carl, towards the end of the book, when he's like fighting Quan CH, he's like trying to say something. And he only says like 3 words over and over again. But then there's like subtext of what he wants to say, but he can't say it because he feels like he can't say it. So it feels like there are two Carls here.
But let's Quan CH.
Screw that guy.
What a pansy.
Yeah.
I was happy he got his arm.
I wanted him dead. Yeah. Now that's a great villain right there. What a cowardly little man.
Like once he finally gets into conflict, it's like he just crumbles.
He just runs. Yeah.
Yep.
Coward.
No, there was a lot in this book. Justin, did you have any other thoughts? Sorry, we didn't mean to dominate the conversation
you're good.
from you. But
I'm having a good time just sitting here. I do like when it does branch off from when they first leave the bubble and they have to go fight. They have to go underwater.
Mm-hmm.
That was
the Sharktopus?
Yeah. I think that was my favorite part because it's like you're down there and they're like solving this thing and it's like, there's something big on us. And it's a Sharktopus. And I thought that was just such a unique idea for like a giant megalodon-sized shark, but it's like, but it has tentacles too.
Yep.
Yeah. And we hadn't really had a boss fight that felt that epic yet. And I'm like, that was a cool boss fight.
And then it just keeps getting bigger in this book because then you have the god at the end.
Yeah.
Where you're trying to figure out how to deal with that.
Yeah.
And it's like, we just fought a megalodon. How are we going to defeat a god here?
Yeah.
And per Matt Dittman's logic, it's like, it's only going to get bigger from here. And just my brain cannot comprehend that it gets more epic than this.
But I love that Carl has like reached this status in this universe that like he is the top. He is the top. Like nobody outranks him in the show. Like you have, well, okay, maybe who's the crazy girl with the 2 dogs?
Perpamente.
Yeah,
No,
That's the goat.
that's the goat.
Oh yeah.
But he's also
Doesn't it start with
Lucia.
a C? Lucia Mar.
Yep.
Yeah, Lucia Mar like might be bigger, but I don't think so. I think Carl is the top,
I think they're
right?
trading places.
Are they? Okay. Yeah. But like Carl is like the guy. Because Lucia Mar, where Carl is like controlled crazy, like he has an objective, Lucia Mar is just insane. Like actually insane. And we find that out in this book.
Yep. There's like a part where it was during a recap. We watch what she did at the end of the fourth floor, the Iron Tangle, and just how there were two other leaderboard people that were duking it out against her, and just how she handled it. And she's definitely like got something going on. She keeps whispering to something that's not there.
There's something wrong with her.
Yeah.
And even like we find out she killed 2 admin. So like she didn't just kill 1 admin, she killed 2 admin and is still in the show. But like it's very clear that it feels like the showrunners want her gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll have to see where this goes in the 5th book. We started the 5th book. Jay and I were both about 5 chapters in.
Yeah, about 5 chapters in.
You haven't started the 5th book yet?
No, I haven't.
I mean,
I can. When do I need this done? Give me a deadline, and I'll have it done before then.
We're doing these weekly, so if you can get
A
this
book in a week?
if you can get this pumped out in a week, if you're chapter out already, all right, fair enough. But hey, if you could get there before the 8th book,
yeah.
8th book comes out, we'd love to talk about the 8th one with you.
Yeah, I'll
Maybe we'll do like a big like just series recap or something.
It's so long though. Like
Yeah.
this,
They do.
this or the 3rd one, or it's like, okay, we got some pages behind this one, and it's like, oh, there's 100 more.
Yeah.
Instead of another 100.
Yeah, they're like getting Stormlight.
Yeah,
size.
it's like,
Yes.
I was like, it's like in Stormlight how each one's like 100 pages more, and you're like, how does this guy keep adding more?
How are we
I don't
still
know how
going
I'm
out?
gonna finish it. I'm gonna try and make it happen.
Stormlight?
This. Sorry,
In a week?
I did.
Way of Kings.
I did the Way of Kings in like 5 weeks.
If it comes down to it, we might not do them weekly, but I think we can keep it going.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
That doesn't pertain to the Gate of the Feral Gods, though. Gate of the Feral Gods. This has been the spoiler-free and spoiler discussion.
Before we go, where would you rank it? I think this is the best one. We've had
This
so far.
is the best book.
I think
so
by
far.
leaps and bounds, it's the best one.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's tied between number 3 and this one.
Oh, wow. You like 3?
I liked 3 because once I was like,
I respect.
don't have it doesn't matter. Like
I like
realistically-
3. I like 3. It just felt like it lost some of the magic that was in 1 and 2, and it felt like it was restored in this one. But
Yes,
I
no,
understand you
I
like
do
it.
think that the first 2 were, everything was odd, and then you go into the Iron Tangle, and it's like, okay, we're in a train station, and then that's gonna be the whole thing, and then it can get kind of repetitive with the train station stuff, but I think with the character development that happens with, Claudia, I think is my favorite character. So the character development that happens with her, while she's like on the front of the train.
Yeah.
And they're throwing potions at her.
Yeah.
It's like, why does she keep dying so quickly?
and you have the 2 ladies like trying to kill her.
Yeah, trying to kill her.
You're
But
like-
they're like, no, we're her friends, but they're trying to kill her.
Yeah. It's like, well, then why are you trying to kill her?
Yeah. And I think it's tied between those 2.
Fair enough.
But I do like how much bigger this felt
Yeah.
compared to the
Not as
third one.
claustrophobic.
Yeah, I would say it's a lot more open, where you feel like you have chunks in areas, and you're not in one area for the whole time. Because the train station, it's like, yeah, it has different settings, and it's like, oh, you're in the railway now, and then you're at the different stations, and then each station has like shops, but it doesn't feel as like samey throughout the whole book as the 3rd one.
Yeah.
I think that is my biggest problem with the 3rd one, and I know we're not talking about that one right now, but like that's my biggest problem with the 3rd one is that it doesn't feel organic, and that's where it loses me. I'm like, okay, this is very clearly not real. Whereas like in the 4th one, it's like, oh, I can kind of get into it, like I can kind of forget the fact that it's like a game show.
Yeah, because you forget about the bubbles, and it's like he's just in a desert.
Yeah,
He's
and
just
he's
in
like
the desert.
he's in real danger right now.
Yeah.
Well, that is the Gate of the Feral
Yeah,
Gods
thanks for
discussion.
joining us,
Yes.
Justin.
It's been awesome.
Go check out
Justin's
Justin.
channel.
Yep, go check out Justin's
That's
channel.
my name, Justin Grissom.
We'll throw it down in the description if you guys want to go check it out. Please go check it out. We love having him here. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please let us know down below. What did you guys think of the Gate of the Feral Gods?
We've been loving those comments so far.
Yes,
We hope
yes.
to keep seeing them.
Exactly. We love the comments. We love discussions down there. We just love conversating, really. We love fantasy and science fiction stuff.
Yeah.
And with that, go on.
I think this is a great combination of the 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. That video game feel. But you know what? With that, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.